Alright, I've got some stuff to do today to the car, but first I need to clean up this fucking mess that I call, I guess I call it a workstation. But yeah, I gotta clean it up. Nice beautiful rainy day. Start with cleaning this guy. Here's a little before. That's a little bit better. I even vacuumed out my things. Yeah, alright. Now that I've gotten this all cleaned up as much as I'm going to, I take care of the smaller things that I know I'm going to need to take care of. Number one, let me get this hatched. So, first of all, as I'm driving around, the brakes are still feeling fine, everything feels fine. But then I'm getting these weird jumps, and I'm sitting at the light, and it's, I can tell what's going on is this throttle cable is getting stuck. I looked at a couple of my old videos, and it goes back over here, like this, but then it goes over this, but then it tucks down underneath this. So I'm going to have to figure out where I had it, and how I can get it back there so that it's not pinched, because right now it's under a lot of stress and pressure right here, and so you know, it needs to be free floating and whatnot. So I got to figure out how to tie that down. Also, if you're noticing back here, I am losing a little bit of brake fluid. You can clearly see where it is. It was up to that line. Can't really see the max with this flashlight, but yeah, there it was, right to the. You see the max right there, and then there's an arrow right next to it. It was above that, so you can see I'm losing. That's about 1/4 of an inch worth of brake fluid there. Looking right here, not seeing any major wetnesses. So I get you in there. Nothing super crazy, drippy down below. Not making any wetness out of this area. It might just be, it's a little shiny because of the me doing it, but it's looking pretty dry. Maybe in between where it's sandwiched there. Coming out. Oh, it looks like my weep hole. Weep hole be weeping. Yeah, she looks weepy. That guy right in there. I like to see what's going on. Get a little closer, but it looks like maybe my O-ring rebuild didn't work. I was looking at these guys. That's a little wet back there. Let's see if I can get you. Where am I looking at here? Oh, I'm way off. There. I was way off. So the bottom one and the top one, they look a little wet. Maybe I'll try and tighten them up a little bit. But judging by the amount of lack of amount of wetness from anywhere except for, you can see repole looks a little wet right there. I can get to focus, whatever. But yeah, right down in there. That repole. So I'm going to figure out what's up with that. I wanted to take a peek at this guy. Looks like it appears to still be holding on. Both bolts are still there. Yeah, I guess I'll get underneath and take a peek, make sure it's all still there. Add a little fuel to this, or add a little bit of brake fluid to this guy here. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so I know it's nothing crazy, but I just noticed that these two bolts that hold the bracket on, I forgot to put them back on. I was like, where did I put those? And I remembered I put them right there. A whole week I've been driving around, and these guys have been flopping around right there. Just, you know, hanging out. So I guess I could put those back on. Shaking it about doesn't really seem to make it move very much, so I don't think it really does anything. And I just found this little nut right here, which means that this bolt fell off, which is holding the air filter in place as such. Hopefully that didn't damage it. I'll have to take a peek at it. I also wanted to make sure all my vacuum lines and everything's good, because of the way it's kind of a hunting idle. I'm pretty sure I'm 99% sure it's just the tension on this cable needs to be figured out. But yeah, also looking very closely at this weep hole, it is full of brake fluid. So I think my next step is with this guy is definitely gonna have to be buy a new one. It sucks, it's like 150 bucks for a quote-unquote new one, used one. I'm gonna do a little research and see what's out there as far as maybe some kind of aftermarket. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out, but I'm glad I figured out that it is just a proportioning valve, and I'll be able to get back into business with that. But for right now, I'm gonna have to put a kibosh on the brake part and just work on the throttle cable adjustment. Alright, I couldn't get it to really sit anywhere that I liked it, so I just unclipped it from this one bracket right there. You can see where it just kind of was sitting on it, up in there like that. Now it just kind of free floats around. See if that helps out at all. I did stick a rubber gasket with the OEM screw back in there, just to see if I can stay it off for a little bit. Other than that, I did take a peek at this oil leak down here. I'm just baffled as to where that's coming from, because you can see on the bottom of the distributor right there, all that gunk, it's coming out right there, and it's almost like it's shooting out because it's underneath here too. So I'm very curious as to where the fuck that's coming from. I almost need a camera in here pointed on that with a spotlight while I'm running the car, just so I can see where the fuck it's coming from. I'm damned if I can figure it out. Somewhere up here, I reckon. So yeah, I'm not sure where that puts me for today. I got this nice bungee strap for my thing. It was like, I don't even know how much, 10 bucks to keep this guy from falling, because it keeps sinking in right here, and this part keeps sliding up and over and off. So I thought if I can get a bungee in there to keep it nice and in place. It's actually a really nice bungee. I accidentally ordered 2 of them, but you can see that it's pretty heavy duty. I'll give it that for sure. It's not sure what they're actually for. I haven't put, it comes in a 2-pack for 10 bucks. I put one there, the other one's hanging out in the back of the whatever that magazine holder or something is, just in case I want to use it for that side. But since I almost never have anybody driving in the car with me, that beaded seat cushion is mainly for front view, so it just doesn't look weird. Besides, I couldn't buy just one. I was thinking about doing the headlights, but I'm not sure if I really want to get into doing a whole bunch of wiring, because I am going to need to get down here and pull those off and do the same thing I did here. I have to solder them and shrink wrap them and all that, which is fun. I like doing that, but I don't feel like doing that right now. It's Sunday, so I'm just trying to relax, do some laundry and stuff, try and get somewhat caught up in my daily life, daily bullshit, daily life, daily bullshit, you know, laundry, etc., etc. But I got the garage nice and cleaned up and vacuumed. I vacuumed my bench. Oh, now I have the hiccups, which is totally letting me know. I did go around all 4 of the tires and check, see if there was brake fluid on the inside of them. None of them had brake fluid on the inside. I did forget to put the little rubber cap back on this side, so maybe I can do that now if I'm lucky. Yeah, I might not be lucky enough. They're kind of hard to get on there, and I don't want it to fall off later. But there's my beautiful curb rash. Thank you, Safeway, for not painting your fucking curbs. So yeah, I think I am wrapping up today's. I'm not sure if I'll post this video. Doubt I will, because I didn't really do anything. Might have to. I do want to definitely get back into working on the wiring business. I got some ideas, and I want to go from there, but I'll have to see. So what I want to do is take a board. I believe I have another ELD in here somewhere. Thought I did. I've managed to sell a couple things on eBay over the last few days here. I think that actually might be in my big box of wiring. But what it'll be is under the dash on the passenger side will be this guy and a backup one of these sitting right next to it, and then I'm just going to be running wires. That'll be on a separate board, so I'll have those two, and then I'll be running wires off of that. So this guy will be indoors now. I had a funny thought. So I've seen people delete these, but I've also seen people tuck them. I might look into tucking that, see what's up with that, because once I get this off there, it's going to be nice and barren like over on this side. So what I'd like to do, actually I might do that while I'm doing the proportioning valve, is to basically just heat up these brake lines and then manhandle it and get it back against this back wall. May or may not do that. Kind of doubt I will, because it's pointless, but it's everything I do to this car is pointless. There's no reason to do it, I just do it. So yeah, stopping right there, I guess, until the next little bit that I could deal with. Just make sure that these guys are. No, you can't see shit, and neither can I. But everything looks to be tight, good and tight. Doesn't look like anything's loose down here. So, all right. I guess until next time, I hit record. All right. So you can see I'm sitting here. I was halfway home from work when all of a sudden my car stopped working, and wouldn't steer right. The power steering wasn't working. Everything kind of went blah. And I got this weird burning smell, and luckily I was able to pull off the main drag there and swoop onto this little spot. Wish I had some cash on me so I could go to this pot shop right there and smoke a big bowl and wait for the fucking tow truck, because my main relay decided it was going to blow on me. I know it's that because I'm getting a solid check engine light. I'm flipping my little switch here and it's staying the same. So the burnt smell, I'm also getting no fuel pump noise, no click. It's a dead fucking giveaway. Car dies on you and there's no kick and there's no click and there's no fuel pump hum. So now I'm just waiting for the tow truck. It says 120 minutes. It is now currently 5:30. Yes, that is the correct time. And we'll see how long it takes for him to get here. Meantime, I guess I'll just sit here. I can't believe, I checked my trunk. I can't believe I don't have a main relay. I have two of them at home. Can't believe I don't have one in the trunk with all my other crap. All my other backup stuff. I'm really mad at myself right now because I could be back on the road. But no. Alas. Alright, well, waiting on a tow truck. Right, I just got a call from my tow truck driver. He said it's going to be about 10 minutes. This is literally right after I got done with the thing, so it was only like 5:32. So I think I just got lucky. It said 120 minutes. So anything under 120 minutes I'll be super happy with. Right now I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for a white tow truck. AAA plus membership is the best way to go. Yeah, I made it. It's only 5:49. Diego, my hero. Diego, the hero. Number one guy right there. Dude is dropping it in the garage. He's putting it in the garage for me. Sick. Well, I'm back home. Diego has left me here on my own. I pulled the main relay and it looks fucking immaculate. There's not one thing wrong with it. It's not even like dusty. Which has me worried. But I'm gonna go ahead and make this tomorrow's problem, not today's. Today, this Monday is over. Yeah. I think I looked at my, I have 2 more main relays. Yeah, for some reason I left sitting in here, which you can't see, but I have 2 more main relays. These do not match up. You can see that missing hole right there. Corresponds like this. So think of it like that. You can see that they do not meet up. These guys meet up. Those look the same. This does not look the same. So it leads me to think that I'm still on the track that this has gone bad somehow. But like I said, literally nothing. Well, I don't know. These 2 right here aren't connected to the board as to where those 2 over there are. Let's see here. I can't tell if those are connected to the board or not, but these ones are definitely not connected to the board. Those are just kind of free floating. And these ones are like ground down. The copper wire goes over and then they get. Yeah, I don't know enough about these to determine really what I'm looking at. But yeah, that's the inside of main relay for a D16 Z6 out of a, I believe it was a 94 or 95. I don't even remember what year Civic it is anymore. But there's that. Like I said, tomorrow's problem. Alright, so it's the next day. You can see it's sunny out there. I'm waiting. I ordered a new main relay from O'Reilly's, and I was about to hop on a bus and go pick it up when I got an order for my speakers keep cutting out. So in order to get that fixed, I decided that I would give my shot at keeping them from bumping around by getting some spacers. So as I came down here to like grab those from the Amazon person and take a peek, I had the thought of, since my main relay was so nice and new looking, I decided I would take this old what is this, P06 A02 37820 ECU, toss it in there, see what it did. Turn the key and it immediately, I heard the fuel pump and the check engine light turned off. So I think I did something to this guy. But now that I've unplugged it, well, first of all, I'm going to have to call O'Reilly's and cancel that. I'm not going to go take a bus ride to pick up something that I don't need, and especially if it's 70 bucks. And they're very cheap on Amazon. They're like 30 bucks on Amazon for a nice one. Anyways, I did read something last night about unplugging the fuse, taking the battery off, basically draining the ECU of power, letting it kind of reset. So I'm just gonna let it sit here for a minute. It's already been a minute, so I'll probably plug it in, see what if that maybe it reset itself. Hopefully, crossing fingers and praying to whatever God. Well, my UPS showed up. I didn't have to sign for it, and they sent me not even close to what I ordered. Yeah, this is just I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. These are brand new cases and frames. I ordered one pair of glasses and this is what I get. Alright, so anyways, pulled this guy off, looking at it. Immediately, as soon as I pulled the lid off, it stank like burnt. And then, let me get a nice zoom in here for you. I saw that. Which is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, now I'm going to figure out, it'll take a minute, see what's going on. Figure out what's going on with this guy. Did I mention I went through my box and found an ungodly amount of these? I guess I'm a hoarder of RZ063s. So whatever I did, she did not like it. First of all, there's this, which is probably the really stinky part. This good sized hole in whatever plastic sheeting and waterproofing this is. And then there, the coup de grace. That is what that looks like. I'm pretty sure there's no saving this guy. Pretty sure. And wouldn't you know it, 3 days after I sold my backup known working good ECU, 3 days after I sold it, this shit happens. Held on that thing for a year. God damn it. God damn it. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this. Because it's not gonna fit in my jar of broken pain in the ass oubliette. The oubliette for bad parts. So I gotta figure out what to do with this. It's just so bad looking. Just not fun looking. Other than that, she looks beautiful. It's all nice and clean and everything. Alright, so anyways, figure out what's up with this guy over here. Alright, so I just went ahead and blew this guy out. Looks a little bit better, I'm sure. Nothing insane, just a little bit of dust buster until my hand got too cold. Shit gets so cold. Put it out pretty good. Did some research online, found out these guys, the only real difference is this is non-VTEC. If I want a VTEC, I would just simply have to pin it, whatever, but I'm not going to deal with that because as long as the car moves and runs, I'll be good. What I do want to do is get down here and figure out, because it was raining really bad yesterday, and with this area seeing water leakage, the rug is kind of wet. It's definitely wet. I'm not even going to try and lie about it. Definitely wet. As you can see, I have a bit of a rat's nest of wires going on down there. So I'm going to try and clean this up. I've been meaning to get around to this, but certainly don't want to do it today. I think what I'm going to do is pull all the wires out, push the rug up. Let me back out here. Let me zoom out. There we go. Pull all the wires out, flip the rug back, and just let the ECU sit there. Probably find some kind of cardboard or something for it to sit on. Basically just keep it dry and elevated. And hopefully that's enough. I already ordered a bunch of brand new wire, 14, 16, 18 gauge, 6 100-foot spools of each in varying colors. I already have the cloth tape. I already have the long, whatever this thing is, wire cover wrap. I managed to get a nice, like, 6-foot piece of that. And then I also have a bunch of the smaller wire wrap stuff. You can see there's this size, and then I have a little bit smaller as well. for the even smaller stuff. That's going to be a heck of a job I'm going to have to tackle on the weekend. But I want to, like I was saying, put the ECU and this guy on a separate piece of wood inside of the car. I was kind of thinking about it last night, debating on whether or not I want to do something like I have in the trunk with the nice wood, make some kind of thing for it. I don't know what I'm going to do. For right now, I'm going to get this guy buttoned up in there and see where that leads me. Alright, got a little spotlight going here. Show a little light on the subject. Looking down here, looking at the original posts right here, here, and right there. The ECU wiring, as you can see, I've got it rather discombobulated, kind of floating. When I checked yesterday, and still today, there's a little bit of water down there, which I believe to be coming through this hole right up here, which you can see the sunlight through. Not seeing any frayed wires or anything crazy. That's my word of the week, I guess. So I'm just gonna go ahead with my plan. Yep. I'm getting a phone call. Alright, that was the glasses company. They want their shit back. And I can't blame them, because it looks like about $2,000 worth of crap. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these guys up. I did find this yesterday. Looking here, I see one here. Maybe I can find the other one. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit, get a vacuum in here, do the best I can, try and keep it dry and clean. What I noticed yesterday immediately was that those wires were sitting in that little water, but this tape here is just holding them together. But I believe these might be my injector wires. I don't know where they go. I'm gonna figure this out. That goes into there. Goes into all these. Traces back up to something or other. Alright, back in. Alright, got it all nice and tucked back up in there. This guy is completely out of the water zone. I need to make a slit there. I don't know, I might be able to fold that under back right there, but for the most part, it's just kind of chilling out. Definitely wet right here. I gotta figure out where the fuck that leak is coming from, because I have done everything in my power. You can see I put multiple coatings of crap on there. It looks nice because I made it look nice, but definitely see all the times I put window sealant in there and tried to seal it up and down in here, and for the love of me, I'll figure that out. For right now, I want to run the car with this guy sitting right here for a little while and see what just kind of happens. And you can see maybe even here, fuel pump and a click. So I'm going to go ahead and start this guy up and let it run for a little bit. Since it is in the car garage backwards, I'm going to grab my fan. Alright, so I just ran it under, it's been running for about 5 minutes under heavy load. Hazard lights, high beams, radio, full AC, anything I could turn on, floodlights. I'm going to turn that off. It's all doing perfect. And I'm still getting, turn on my little switch, get no cell light, no codes, nothing blinking at me. So I'm thinking that'll work for now. I did throw the other top on that, in case you're wondering why it looks fucking weird. But as I was doing this, I noticed I got some new drips, and I was like, oh. So I laid on the throttle a little bit, and I watched it literally just start coming right out of here. See, that's what it does, it gets stuck. Like that. And I gotta tap on the gas pedal, get unstuck. I gotta figure something out with that. You loop it back down and around. Pain in the ass. It's not even hard to do. I just got to do it. But yeah, I noticed. Let me grab my flashlight here. That dude is leaking right there. See that? It's coming out of there hard. It's coming out of there hard. And dripping straight down there. Correlates to right there. Bundles in right there. So, one side, a little bit of oil right down in there. A little bit right there. But mainly right there. It's coming up from here somewhere. It's dry back here. With the intake manifold. And it gets wet right there. That's where she's coming from. Anyways, so that's good. That's good news. Got that figured out. Called O'Reilly's and canceled my order. Well, kind of. She had no idea what I was talking about. And then she said she would have somebody take care of it. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. If I have to go down there to... Oh, Mr. Cool. Oh, I missed him. If I have to go down there to pick it up, to return it immediately, I'm going to be a little pissed off. But I think right this second I'm going to take this guy around the block real quick and make sure everything's good before I call it good and ready for work tomorrow. Because I need it for work tomorrow. So I just ran around the block. As soon as I pulled out of the driveway, I started doing crazy hunting idle. Every time I laid off the clutch, it was going from 500 to 1500. Woo, 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 woo. Drove around the block 2 or 3 times. Thought to myself, well, I did just put this ECU in and turned on all the accessories immediately. So now I'm sitting here trying to reset my ECU, and now I'm just kind of letting it idle for like 15 minutes to try and relearn the ECU, relearn its idle pattern. So hopefully this works. Other than that, everything I keep reading online says that I can use it. It just doesn't have VTEC, that's all. So, yep. I'm gonna cross my fingers and keep hoping. But while I'm waiting here, I can put my speaker lifts in. And of course, I ordered the wrong size. Of course. It just fucking falls right out. I just can't win. No win week. Alright, well that was another waste of a few minutes. Or dollars rather. I'm sitting at about 12 minutes on this guy. Gonna give it a little bit more time, and then I'm going to drive it around the block again, see where that gets me. Hopefully it'll get me in idling well and driving well zone once again. Alright, so just drove it around the block about 4 or 5 times. They're pretty good. Give it wide open throttle in every gear twice. Funny enough, I think it actually reacts better. It feels like a better, smoother ride. But it does still have the hunting idle. It just goes woo, woo, woo. I can live with that. Because I can just put a little bit of pressure if at red lights or whatever. Just put a little bit of pressure and just hold the idle at like 1000 as opposed to the 750 it normally sits at. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call that good. Got some other things I gotta figure out here really quickly. Super bummed about those speaker things, but I'll figure that out. I have a feeling it's not back there. I have a feeling that that's down here. I think that's a wiring issue. I don't know. Don't really want to think about it. All I know is I gotta do some shopping for a P28 ECU. Get back on the old jobbing board. I don't know where, whatever. I need to figure out. I'm pointing at this wood and possibly this wood. Actually, this might be perfect. Cut this guy in half. Put the ECU and the thing right there. I gotta figure out what the hell I did with that. I have a feeling I accidentally gave that to Goodwill. Might be floating in one of these boxes. I'm talking about the ECU fuse boxes under the hood right there. I gotta find that so that I can start to make my ECU panel something or other. So maybe I'll find that now. Alright, 17 inches. It happened to be 34, cut it right in half. That'll put me something about like this for now. So now I need to find a couple pieces of wood. I thought I had some slats here. I think I have a couple of nice pieces. Let me look around. Alright, I was looking all over the place. Couldn't find it. Grabbed this, turned it around, saw it sitting right there. Mocking me. Just mocking me. So I'm going to take a couple little pieces of this and go like that. Boom, boom, boom. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so I got all my shit together. Got this thing going on. I'm actually making a separate video on me making this. It's going to be part of my wire harness. Yada, yada, yada. But that's pretty good for right now. I'm going to sand down the edges. Get everything nice and flush here. You can see how that's off. So I'm going to get that nice and straight. This side's pretty good and straight. I haven't decided whether or not I want to put some filler in there. I have filler. I don't know if I want to use it or not. But once I get everything sanded down and stained, then I will put the brass screws in here so it'll look the same as I have in the trunk. For right now, I'm going to find that other piece because I have the ECU, which will go along perfectly somewhere like this or something like this. Not sure. And then the other thing right here. I'm going to go find that. Alright, I found it. Woohoo! Yay me! This is the one off the Burgundy LX, the 89 LX. That, hold on. Always when I'm filming. Come out of there. Hey, so now that I got that open. So, yeah, there'll be something like this guy underneath the hood here. Still have my cables and stuff running upward. And then out of this guy, oh, sitting on the hood of my car here, kind of sketchy. Put off up to here like this, maybe down here, something like that, probably, yeah. And then this dude, might even angle it like that. Not sure how I want to do this yet. If you imagine inside the foot pedal, there's the driver's side over here. So the footwell, and that's up in there. Where the wires go is in the little hole about here-ish. So I don't know if I want to make that curve or what, but I'll figure that out when I get to it. But for right now, I got this little guy built and I'm good. Alright, just closed up the garage. About to head back inside. Main goal accomplished today. Is getting the car started back. It's back in the garage. It works. I'm confident I can go to work tomorrow with it. That's the big thing. Discover where the oil is coming out. That's not a big thing. It's actually huge. I'm still losing brake pressure or brake fluid, but I got another one coming. I did a lot of reading online, and I'm going with a 3540. Yell at me if you want, but that's what I'm going with. And yeah, it's about that. Just trying to figure out what else I can do. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. Drove around the block a bunch. Idled it a bunch. Seems good to me. I forgot I wanted to loosen this up soon. But got a new ECU coming, new proportioning valve. Some stuff coming up here next few days. Definitely got a bunch of wire coming. So I'll be working on this project for sure. Excited to get back to working on this project in a new fashion. Yeah, so alright. until next one.